What's poppin', y'all? Welcome back to another YouTube video, and today we're taking a look at another film review, and today we're going to be taking a look at Final Fantasy Kingsclave movie, and Final Fantasy is a game series which is quite renowned, quite well known, and quite well loved all around, so it is only understandable that they decided to make a couple of movies based on this franchise, and this is a movie that is on Netflix and can be watched right now if that is something that you are interested in. It follows the same sort of animation style that follows the games and also the Resident Evil movies have, which are also on Netflix if that is something that you want to go and check out for yourself and go and watch. But yeah, it's a movie. It is a movie. I can tell you that much. It is a movie. It is a movie. So, without any further delay, let's take a look at what Google has to say about this movie. You can watch it on Netflix, Sky Store, YouTube, or Google, and it has a 6.7 out of 10 on IMDb, it has a 13% on Rotten Tomatoes, and a 4.5 out of 5 on Amazon. King Regis, the ruler of the realm of Lucius, has magical powers due to the sacred crystal in his possession. His elite god vows to shield the realm when the militaristic Niflheim Empire threatens it. So how the story actually goes is we start the movie on a battlefield with these Kingsclave characters fighting bugs. It does a really nice setup on how the powers work and how everyone acts, how they have a limited store of mana, limited store of magic, and that it can be used up all in one go. They have these swords, these knives, these axes, which can sort of basically teleport them around using fire, and they can shoot things out of their fist. They are fighting these bug creatures which are being sent to attack them to take down this wall, so already we know that there is a fight between these two factions. Then, the movie goes to shit. When this sort of fight sequence ends, we have a load of government nonsense being like, oh, we have to stop these creatures, we have to stop this from happening, we have to stop them from taking over and breaching our walls. So we're going to put the guy who sacrificed himself on the king's guard to protect the queen. Then, the queen's going to get kidnapped. Oh shit. So everyone, every fucking guard goes after the queen, the princess, and one of the guards brings up, hey, what if this is a trap? And then they're like, but it's not a trap, mate, don't fucking worry about it. Guess what? It was a trap and he was correct. That's not foreshadowing. That's just fucking blatantly telling us what's going to happen and ruins the surprise. So, we know it's a trap, and everything goes to shit. They're sort of rescuing the princess on a basically fucking massive blimp in the sky, and then this blimp crashes and they fall, and not gonna lie, the sequence is fucking sick. Watching these guys fall, fight, and sort of escape a falling blimp is incredible. They manage to get back to the king who sacrifices himself to save his daughter, and to basically tell her to, like, save the kingdom and get to safety, and, like, this guy has to do it. Basic sort of, like, protection trope, like, I don't want to do this, I didn't sign up for this, why are you making me do it? It's like, because I trust you, you're the best agent. And they go through a fucking city. They go from, like, a medieval sort of kingdom to a fucking fully fledged night city from, like, fucking cyberpunk. They end up crashing a car, getting attacked by robots and cybernetics, and then fucking have to fight a big demon. They fight a big demon. Movie ends with our main character taking the responsibility, taking up this power, and the power is gonna kill him, but he doesn't care because he gets to save the day, and then the queen and his best mate end up running off and saving the day, and that's the movie. That is it. That's how it goes. And I've already explained most of my issues with this movie, but not just that, the fucking writing is cheesy as fuck. It's like, oh, he's right behind me, isn't he? And then guess what? He's right fucking behind you. And then it's like, oh, with the power of friendship, oh, let's go. It's just so cheesy and so basic. It's what everyone is bullying the Minecraft movie for what it's gonna be like, with all these fucking shitty quotes with, it's Final Fantasy and shit like that. It's fucking basic, cheesy garbage fucking slop writing, which is supposed to appeal to someone, but I don't fucking know who that someone is, because the plot here takes so many different directions. There is like a government sort of plot line with like a war between two rival cities. Then there is like a power crystal that they're fucking coming for. And then there's like demons and monsters and bug creatures. And then the queen has to go to a different city to bring peace to this city. And there's like random fucking knights that fight alongside the bugs, and then the cybernetics. Genuinely, I get that it's a fantasy and that it's supposed to be like medieval meets futuristic, which I always kind of love as a concept, not gonna lie, because it leads to quite a lot of creative situations, scenarios, and sort of like world building. But this is shite. This is so boring and is the least creative thing that I've fucking seen because of how lackluster it is. It is all over the place with pacing, because we are like here, there, and everywhere, and we're constantly moving and constantly moving on to the next thing. We don't let anything linger. When the king dies and sacrifices himself, boom, we're already on to the next thing. We're already fucking moving on. We're keeping the characters going. We're keeping them moving. We find out that the queen, I keep calling her the queen, the princess, is fucking special and has like the power to do like fucking great things, and we're just supposed to expect that and digest that within like 3 seconds before we move on to the fucking next thing where they're in like a next fight. Fair enough, the fight sequences are cool, and I will give it that, where we have like the characters fighting in the blimp and then the characters fighting in cars. If you've been a fan of the channel for a while, you will know that I do like action sequences where they're fighting on top of cars, fighting in cars, fighting in planes, falling out of planes. I always love that sort of moving fight scenes because it just adds another level of like high intensity stakes to it, where shit could go wrong at any time. Everything has to be like pitch perfect, and I just like it. I think it's cool. It's a little guilty pleasure of mine. It's probably not as cool as I expect, but it is to me. It's what I like, okay? It's what I'm interested in. And this movie has quite a lot of that, which, again, you would expect me to like, and I do, but it doesn't excuse the fact that the rest of the movie is an absolute fucking hot steaming shithole of a mess. And the animation is okay. It's not great. It's like realistic, but not fully realistic. And I get what it's going for, but it's also quite ugly and very like lifeless. It just has little to no color to it, and I like my animation with a lot of color, a lot of flash, a lot of pizzazz. And again, like I said, it started off so well with this big, colorful fight at the start with magic, nice world building, nice setup, which we never get to see the end of, because it's just we move from like warfare to like government like shits to a protect the princess storyline. It's trying to be too much at once, and it fails at being anything, in my opinion, because it ends with a fucking kaiju level battle at the end in a city which doesn't even look like the city that we started in. And it fucking sucks. I don't recommend you watch this. I recommend you watch something else. This feels like a waste of time. I did not enjoy watching this, and I was, gonna be honest, kept getting distracted by my phone because this film could not keep my attention for the life of me.